In this video, we're going to cover what you would need to do to accept credit cards through a merchant service or use the express checkout through PayPal. In order for you to be able to use those features, you will need to enable your merchant account services, and that's done by subscribing to that feature. Once you have subscribed to that feature, a new menu option will show up here on your account menu, which is your merchant settings. And if you select that, you have various options to select your merchant account. And if you have sales tax in your state, you can add that in there, so that can be automatically calculated. Any sales tax that's collected will be put into a special account in your bookkeeping, so you can keep track of how much sales tax you have collected for your sales, and that way it'll be easy for you to know what you need to pay to your state. Now we currently accept we allow 4 processors, which is Braintree, PayPal Express Checkout. With PayPal Express Checkout, you cannot accept credit cards. You can just do PayPal charges. If you want to do both, you'd be best to use Braintree Processor, which is a subsidiary of PayPal, and through that you can also enable Express Checkout through their service, as well as accept payments using major credit cards. Square Payment Processor and Paya Processor, which is formerly Sage, and they're mainly used with merchant bank accounts. Once you've decided who you're going to be going through, you'll need to set up the settings here to get the icon to actually show up so you can accept those credit cards. So for example, with Braintree, you'll inside their account or inside their page for merchant services, they'll have a merchant ID, a public key, private key, a tokenizer, and then you have the option of selecting a sandbox, which is for testing, so you don't get charged. And when you're ready to go live, you can switch it to live, and then you just click the enable button. With PayPal Express Checkout, you have a merchant ID you can get off of their page. You paste it in here, click on it, and enable it. Square Processor uses a different authentication method. You'll just click this button and you'll log into Square, and they'll authorize us to access your account. Paya, they will give you a merchant ID and a merchant key when you sign up with them, and you would enter that here and then click enable and save your settings. When you're all done, just click save settings, and it'll take you back to your main page, and you'll be all set to accept credit cards. Once you've entered all your account information, your merchant information, you'll be ready to accept payments via credit card. Again, unless you're doing PayPal Express Checkout, which doesn't allow credit cards, just PayPal. So we'll go ahead and just add something here real quick for a sale. Alright, and that should show up here in my pending sales now, and there it is. And here's your merchant services functions to send the invoices. So here's your options. Send invoice essentially sends the invoice or emails the invoice to your customer, and allows them to pay online through our system using your merchant account. So the money goes directly into your bank account. We're not a middleman. Resend invoice, just as it says, it's going to resend the invoice, and the payment link is the link that is typically sent to the email, or is included in the email, and that's where they would click to pay their invoice. So what I'll do is here, I'll mark this ready for invoice, and I will just send the invoice. I will add shipping, and now it will send the invoice. Okay, and the invoice has been set, and your invoice has been marked as being invoiced. Now that the invoice has been sent, I'll show you what the customer sees when they actually go to pay their invoice. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the payment link here. And here is the information, the invoice, and what the amount is due. And to pay it, they'll just push pay now. In this case, I'm using Braintree, and I can pay via credit card. I also have a PayPal business account that's linked through Braintree, so I can actually accept PayPal payments as well if the customer so chooses. I'll go ahead and click credit card, and this is on a test account, so I'll just can stick a number in here. And submit payment. And here's that the payment went through. The notification you just heard is a notification that the payment came in. I'll refresh the page here, and as you can see, it's been marked paid. Now if you uncheck this, what this will do, it will cause a refund to be issued through the credit card. So if you're going to uncheck that, be sure that you want to be able to, or that you have money in your account to refund whatever the value is here. And if I come over here to the notifications, you can see I paid the invoice. And now to clear this up, we just hit the either shipping or the shipping icon if you use stamps.com. You can link your account to. The other way you can use the merchant services is through the point of sale. The point of sale page allows you to sell items in home parties or events such as bazaars, and be able to sell the items and collect payment for those items using credit card. So what we'll do here is have a test party that I'll just put in here, and I will just sell myself something. And I'll add that item. So in this case, I have sales tax added, and so the total due is going to be $36.92. And then I'll just click the post sale. So here you can select credit card, cash, or split payment, where part of the payment is in cash and part of the payment's on credit card. So we'll just go ahead and do credit card. And again, you can generally using this you won't ever use the PayPal, but you can if you like. So we'll go ahead and use pay with credit card. And submit payment. And if there's no payment issues, it will clear, and the receipt will automatically be emailed if you have an email address in here. So since this person was pulled up before, or it was myself, it sent me the receipt. Now, if you're using PayPal Express Checkout, you can't use that with this, with the point of sales, since that is a process where you're only going accepting PayPal charges. So you won't be able to do it or use this for if you're using PayPal Express Checkout. A couple other things. If you're a LuLaRoe consultant and you want to sell separate items, bracelets, necklaces, etc., accessories, you can do that and accept credit cards. What you're going to do is you're going to come over here to the department manager, and you will just add a department. Well, I can show you this one here. So in this department, we'll call it accessories, and then you're going to have two options here: My Fashion Emporium or Bless. So what you would do is you would change this to My Fashion Emporium, and then what will happen is anything that's being sold in this department will have a separate invoice from your LuLaRoe items, and that way you can bill that separately and not mix and match the invoices, and in that way you'll be able to also accept credit cards. And that pretty much covers the use of the merchant services. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us on our Facebook support group.